what must be done, then our children and our grandchildren will have opportunities that you and I cannot even imagine. Think of your parents and grandparents, and think of your lives. Almost everybody here, from an economic prosperity point of view, has a better life than those that came before you. You know why? Because they sacrificed, and our country made it possible. And there are things you have accomplished in your lives that your parents couldn't have even dreamt about. Well, your children and grandchildren can have that times 10. The 21st century provides extraordinary opportunities for American-style prosperity, not just here at home, but all over the world. And our children can benefit from that, and in so doing, they will be the freest and most prosperous Americans ever, and that is saying a lot. That's what will happen if we do what must be done. But what if we don't? What if we stay on this road that this leadership has us on? What if we go home so busy with our lives that we don't run for office, that we don't speak out and vote, that we don't show signs, that we don't come to places like this with our signs, that we don't attend tea parties, that we don't get involved? What if we do nothing and stay on this road? Well, then our children and grandchildren will be the first Americans ever to inherit a diminished nation. They will be the first Americans who will be left with a country worse than the ones their parents had. And America will become just like every other nation on earth. That is how stark the choice before us is. That is how clear the crossroads we are at is. That is the choice before us. And I hope we take it as seriously as it deserves to be taken. Because I know what our children deserve. I know what our nation deserves. I know what our people deserves. And I believe that all of that will start in 2010 by sending some people to Washington, D.C. that will stand up to this agenda and offer a clear alternative to it. And I want to close by pointing out that politics is not about individuals as far as running for office. There are no messiahs in American politics. There are everyday citizens who, for a brief period of time, decide and agree to serve, and then hopefully go home and live under the laws they help pass or repeal. And I'm a candidate for the United States Senate. I'm proud to be one. I'm proud that, and I'm blessed with the opportunity to do this at this moment in my life. I'm not perfect. If my wife were here, she would tell you I'm wrong 90% of the time. At least at home. This is not about that. It's not about me. It isn't about any of us individually. It's about us as a nation and who we want to be going forward. You know, the French Revolution believed that all we had to do was get better people in power, and we would get better results. But the American Revolution understood something different. It understood that people were flawed, and that therefore we needed to have a set of principles and laws that protected us, even from our leaders. And that's what the Constitution is about. It's about protecting us and our God-given rights. 2010 is not a year where individuals will arise as the leaders of a movement. 2010 is a year where the majority of Americans will coalesce behind a set of principles and ideas. The principles and ideas that have made us great and will make us greater. That is what 2010 has to be about. I am proud to be a part of these events. I am proud to come out here with you today. I know that so many of you have never been involved in politics at this level before, but because you are, 2010 will go down as one of the greatest years in American history, thanks to your efforts. So, I know these are not political rallies, these are not campaign rallies, I understand that, but I would be remiss and quite frankly would commit